Well guys, I've come up with this load that using the CSD-16 Wad, 1 3/8 ounce and number 4 buck, I have mimicked the federal FliteControl Wad. This one's for 10 gauge. You see them pedals on it right there, fins, whatever you want to call it. I've taken the CSD-16 Wad and cut those into it myself. Now, we shot this load at 35 to 40 yards yesterday, and I was getting nearly all 28 pellets on target. The wad was flying dead straight, punched a clean hole right through the paper. I'll insert the video of us shooting it and showing the target afterwards here in just a moment. But it was flying dead straight. You could even see the on the paper, you could see each one of these fins. Went right through it just like this, going towards the camera. You can see all three of them pedals. This is what the CSD-16 Wad looks like without the cuts in it. Doing the mod is very easy, but it is time consuming. What you'll need to do is take a 16 gauge hole, window it out with a box cutter. Just window it out. Pretty easy to do. Take your CSD-16 Wad, insert it in there, right like that. Sharpie. Mark out where you want to cut. Alright. Should look something like this. I missed one of them, I guess, but you get the idea. I'm not going to cut this one on camera because it takes like 3-4 minutes to do it. If you want to do it good enough to where it won't look all sloppy and stuff. That one's pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. Alright, I'm going to load this one here for you guys real quick. I'm using, well, long shot, number between 18 and 20, 28 pellets, number 4 buck, which comes out to 1.33 total lead payload weight. Buffer that up to the 1.37, which would be your 1 3/8 ounce payload weight total. I just got these yesterday. Shadot clear 16 gauge holes. Been looking for these for months. Finally got some. I just noticed something. These actually say Shadot or Chedot, however you want to pronounce it. They don't have the stars. It actually says Shadot on it. That's cool. I've never seen that before. One moment, guys. Alright, and here we are with the loading segment. These holes come unprimed. So, Shadot CX2000 primer, clear inox. Winchester W209s work too, as do the Fiocchi 616. Prime that hole. Weigh out your powder again, number between 18 and 20. This is the first time I've ever loaded a clear 16 gauge hole. There's 19. Pretty anxious to see what it looks like. I've loaded plenty in 12 gauge. Never one in 16 though. Make sure all your powder's down. That one, I guess a little bit of statics in the hole. I don't have any dryer sheets on hand, but I think the CSD will push all the powder down where we need it to be. And that is a tight fit in there with the pedals cut in the wad. But that's okay. We can push it down. Alright, now, I guess I don't need that no more. We need 28 pellets, a number 4 buck, and we need a 32 gauge nitro card. Forgot to lay one of those out on the table. before I started this video. Alright, see these right here? I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, but they come in sections of 3. What you want to do is just tear one of those sections off. If you use all 3 sections, you won't, the crimp won't, it will, but sometimes it wants to open back up on you. You just get a much better crimp if you tear off one of those 3 sections. 32 gauge nitro card. Drop it right into the CSD-16 Wad. Fits right in the bottom. Perfect fit. I think normally you would use 28 gauge cards for 16 gauge wads, but with the CSD-16, it's meant for steel shot. The pedals are really thick on it, so you need. That's why I went with the 32 gauge card. I actually bought them for my 32 gauge. Look at me not putting my lid back on my marker. 4. 16, or no, 8. What? There's 12. 16. 20. They're starting to stack perfectly now. 24. There's the full 28. 29 pellets of number 4 buck using just wheel weight alloy comes out to exactly 1.375 ounces, which is 1 3/8, but this holds 28 pellets perfectly, stacked by 4s. Alright, now I actually want to compress that down just a little bit, so I'm getting this tamping rod, which is actually just a socket extension. It looks like it's a 1/2 inch socket extension. Alright, now we need to buffer this up to 1 3/8 ounces. We're not going specifically to get that weight, we just want to buffer it, and it just happens to equal the 1 3/8. May have used a little bit too much buffer. I load so many different shells, I can't keep track of how much buffer each load needs. That looks like it's about right. Don't that shell just look cool? And I'm going to fold crimp it using the Reload All 2. That got a really good crimp. You probably can't see it. I really like the way that came out. Alright guys, this is where I'm going to show you the video we did shooting this load. The load we shot it out of was one of these blue holes. But that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Again, this was at 35 to 40 yards. We got almost all 28 pellets on target. And we shot it again, and you can see clear as day 2 perfect hole punches where the wad went straight through, just proving the wad is flying dead straight. 16 gauge, 1 3/8 ounce buffered number 4 buckshot. It is powder coated. We're at roughly 35 to 40 yards. Here we go. Alright, let's go check that out. I dropped the hole.
count the pellets real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Looks like 23, 24. Alright, we just took a second shot at it. You can see those two holes. That wad is flying perfectly straight. Cut a clean hole right through that. I ain't even going to count on them pellets on that. That's a good load, guys.
Well, guys, feel free to comment below and tell me what you think of that load. I, for one, I think it has some serious potential. I honestly didn't expect it to perform that well. I want to take it out to 50 yards next time we shoot this load. I thought I had some single loaded up too in a 1 1/4 ounce load, but I ended up grabbing all conventionally loaded, which is fiber wad. So next time we go out and shoot, I'll have to take some of those too. Well, guys, appreciate you watching this loading video. These are actually pretty fun for me to make. I'm sure as time goes on, I'll get better and better at it. I need to get me a legitimate tripod, because I'm just using a box of shotgun shells as my rest here to balance my phone up on. Also, should probably get me a camera, honestly. Better lighting. I'm using this cheap Amazon or eBay. I don't know where my wife got it at. Just light. You can adjust the settings on it. See, different lightings. I like that one the best, just because it looks the most natural. Anyway, I'm rambling on. FliteControl Wads are cool. Just thought I'd share this load I came up with, pass the information on how to do the mod. Hardest part about it is honestly windowing that out and making it look nice, getting it as even as you can. Well, I'm gonna sign it off here. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.